And we welcome you back, folks, and it's Thursday, and that means it's time for Malzberg's Media Madness, and that means it's time for Tim Graham, Director of Media Analysis at the Media Research Center and Executive Editor at newsbusters.org. Tim, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You wrote a piece about a Washington Post reporter, Janelle Ross, who failed to correct a false claim about, what else, Donald Trump's disavowal of David Duke, who, of course, was on this show yesterday, for better or for worse. Let's put up on the screen Ross posting an article that began like this. In the past 48 hours, Donald Trump has failed on national TV to resoundingly reject the support of David Duke, a former member of the KKK, white supremacist radio host. He said he could not hear the question well. His supporters insist he did distance himself from Duke on Friday. But these people either do not care or are not aware of Trump's long and also recent history of rather equivocal statements about Duke and the KKK. That is not true, is it?
No, it was that he had been on Good Morning America on Tuesday morning. On a Tuesday afternoon, she said it's been 48 hours since he disavowed Duke. Simply not accurate. So Evan Garr at the Daily Caller had basically sent her this and challenged her on it. She refused to acknowledge it was an error in any way.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the kind of totally dishonest reporting. Now, I'm not defending Trump, saying I couldn't hear you or I didn't know, because he's repeated the name David Duke, and for the life of me, I still can't understand what he did or why he did it. But to say that he hadn't, in close proximity earlier and in close proximity right after, denounced Duke, I mean, that's just not true. But and that's blatant media bias. Did she ever retract at all?
We haven't seen any proof of that, and we all understand that Donald Trump says one thing on Friday, another thing on Sunday, and then the reverse again on Monday. I mean, it is kind of the pattern, but a reporter has to be held to a standard of when you make a factual claim about what a candidate has said or has not said, that was easily verifiable.
Right.
And she should have corrected.
Right. All right. Now, here's something. I've had Jennifer Rubin on my shows for years. I like Jennifer Rubin. I hope she'll come back on the show. And so I was kind of shocked. At first, I'm not all that Twitter savvy, but I had to be sure that this was directed at me, and I think it kind of was. I heard Megyn Kelly. I was watching Megyn Kelly, and I heard her say about Mitt Romney, he's beloved by Republicans. So let's put up the tweet. Let's start with 79. So I tweet out at Megyn Kelly, come on, Mitt Romney is beloved by most Republicans. Are you serious? And then I get this. Let's go to 80. I get this from Jennifer Rubin on a personal level. Yes. Okay, I agree with that. So then I tweeted out, personal doesn't count. It's all about politics, and this nice guy finished last and helped lead to Trump. And she responded, tasteless beneath you, Steve. And I was taken aback by that. I didn't call anybody a name. I said nice guy finished last. And then I responded, how so? This is about politics, not what people think of him personally. He's attacking Trump the way Reid did him. And then I continued, I believe, with another one, and advised by rhinos afraid to confront on social issues and more. It's why he lost, and Trump will win. And she writes back, I am appalled by embrace of proto-fascist, bully, and know-nothing, unfollow, goodbye. This is a conservative blogger of the right turn column at the Washington Post. What did I do?
Well, I do question sometimes whether she deserves the term the right-wing columnist at the Washington Post. She was a fervent backer of Mitt Romney in the 2012 cycle. For better or for worse. I think you have it correct, and that is I think a lot of people feel like Mitt Romney is a good man, he has a nice family, but he lost, and he lost in part because he was too nice, as you suggested. I think what happened here is she completely emotionally overreacted when you blamed Romney on Trump. They don't like the idea that in any way the establishment created this monster.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. All right, let's move on to Melissa Harris Perry. This will be 75. Of course, her show was interrupted several times because of campaign coverage. She took exception to it, and she tweeted this. She went over management's head kind of and went public. I will not be used as a tool for their purposes. I am not a token mammy or little brown bobblehead. I am not owned by lack Griffin or MSNBC. I love our show. I want it back. Then they let her go, not surprisingly. Now, Michael Eric Dyson, who I had on and we'll have part 2 of tomorrow, said that he never saw any kind of racial problem that he encountered at MSNBC. We got 30 seconds. What's your take on this?
Well, this is what happens, though, when you hire black radicals, is that whenever their time is up or their tenure is up, they're going to say it's racism to let them go. Clearly, there was a real sense that, she wasn't going to be allowed to hold her little seminar, so she was going to have a fit.
Yeah. Oh, there were seminars, all right. And I remember one of the worst things she ever did was call those fetuses that thing. Anyway, Tim, great to talk to you, sir. Thank you very much. Up next, Michael Eric Dyson will be here. So don't go away. He's coming up next.